Hey everyone, it's Zip Dude. Let's unbox this second generation iPod that I just purchased. Is it a gem or is it junk? Let's find out. I have a couple vintage iPods, but I don't have a second gen. So I saw this one on eBay and I was the lucky bidder. Oh wow, an extra treat. I didn't know it had a belt clip with it and a carrying case. Well, looking at it, it looks like it's in decent shape. I mean, you got to remember, these things were built 20 some years ago. Second gen, it's supposed to have a cover over the firewire connector on the top. That guy's missing. And I wasn't really expecting it to have any power, but it's not powering up. So I'm going to have to grab my firewire charger and we'll plug it in and see if it has any life. These take the old style firewire cable. It's Firewire 400. It's kind of ancient technology now, but it's still interesting to think about how this used to be the high standard at one point. Yeah, I'm going to have to move this broken cover out of the way to see if I can get it. There we go. Okay, it loaded up, and once we got past the boot screen, now we're back into the system. So this makes me very happy. The capacitive touch wheel is working, so it's advancing the menu and allowing you to go through the selections. I'm very happy about this so far. This is all good stuff. All right, let's see if we could find the information. Let's see if this really is a 20 gig hard drive. I'm hoping that someone wasn't in this before and did modifications to it or something. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's showing us 18.5 gigs, so part of that's from the formatting, so it's a 20 gig hard drive in here. So that makes me happy. But it's interesting that it's formatted for Windows. The first gen iPods were Mac exclusive. It was the second generation iPod that we have here where you had the option that you can format it for a Mac or you could format it for a Windows computer. They didn't have iTunes yet at that point, so they had to use a thing called Music Match. So I guess that's what this person chose originally way back when in 2022. All right, let's see what kind of sound we can get out of this. Let's see if it actually plays out the headphone jack. I hooked this up to a little speaker that I have just to see if we got sound. I'm happy. All right, let's try another song. The first and second generation iPods came with a game on it. It was sometimes called Game, but it's also referred to as Brick. And you can see it's a game that's pretty similar to Breakout, but it's interesting to think that, 22 years ago, they had the idea to put some type of entertainment on an iPod versus just purely being the music. And there are a couple other options that are on the iPod that we'll go talk about in a little bit. But one thing that I find amazing, too, is the cost of these things. Back in 2002, when this was on sale, you're looking at an iPod that was $499. If you adjust that money for inflation, today's 2024 value, that comes out to $871. You could see previously I was just going through a calendar that they have. So there was a calendar built into this. There is an address book, so you can keep your contacts, and also a clock. But you could see here, I mean, this thing's been dead for a while. It defaulted back to the January 1st, 2002, 12 a.m. time slot. So I'm really looking forward to doing some stuff with this and seeing how it works out. First thing, once I'm finished with this, I'm going to get a full charge on the battery to see exactly if the battery holds any charge at all and how long it lasts. Then I'm looking at syncing it up to an old MacBook with iTunes to see if it will actually connect and communicate back and forth so we can put music on and off of it. And lastly, I'm going to try to do what I can to polish up the case to make it cleaner. All that'll be coming in my second video, so please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.